Welcome to this snowy edition from Antarctica.
Hello everyone!
Today we, along with you, are part of the Polar Travel Club's expedition to explore the icy continent and its inhabitants.
Pour yourself some hot tea, grab a warm blanket, and enjoy the unique journey.
Forward. It is unique because after passing through the most dangerous strait in the world, we will find ourselves in an incredible winter landscape surrounded by the most beautiful white icebergs. Here, penguins reign, enormous whales swim before the lens, and lazy seals rest on the snow. And this is Antarctica, a continent that has seen the fewest human footsteps.
The frosty journey begins in the southernmost city on Earth, Ushuaia. It is a small, cozy Argentine town, wrapped in the embrace of the Andes and washed by the waves of the Southern Ocean. The narrow streets of the city are snugly nestled in the embrace of nature, inviting its guests on an inspiring journey.
The entire expedition group gathers in a cozy hotel for just one day to recharge before the trip. The beautiful architecture of the hotel blends with the surrounding landscape, and the windows offer a mesmerizing view of the city. But the best part of this hotel is the absolutely incredible panoramic pools and jacuzzis with warm water, where you just want to climb in and not crawl out, an experience that you will never forget. It is very warm outside, indeed very cold. Look how picturesque it is, these mountains with their snow-capped peaks. And you are here drying off and waiting for your cruise, which is somewhere out there. It's time to board our ship. Sir, Spirit. Here it stands, all dressed up with a powerful wind blowing. All right, Liaison, let's hurry up and load our things. It's very cold. Inside it is cozy and warm. The vessel has 6 decks, where the cabins for passengers and crew are located. For those who enjoy sipping tea, having coffee, or something stronger, a 24-hour bar is available. There are also special coolers with drinking water installed here. You can relax in silence in the library, which has a large selection of books in various languages, and also to sit on the internet because the Wi-Fi works anywhere on the ship.
Of course, there is definitely a restaurant with 3 meals a day, after which you can head to the gym and relax in the hot jacuzzi on the open deck. A spacious reception area, an expedition desk where you can address all your questions, as well as familiarize yourself with the daily schedule and useful information on a special board. Given the expeditionary nature of the cruises, the ship is equipped with a hall for briefings and lectures.
It is easy to navigate the ship with signs everywhere and a detailed map of each deck.
Look at the interior of the inner corridors, beautifully adorned with wood and decorated with paintings and photographs from past expeditions. There is even a staircase with a huge number of awards. And if you don't feel like running up the stairs, you can use the elevator.
It's time to check into the beautifully stunning cabin number 505. Here, note that there is a sign hanging on the handle. Please do not disturb, do not bother, Misha. When it's time to clean up, there will be a little pneumatic here. Here, please make up the room. But for now, there's no need to disturb us. This is the key card number 505. The trick is that you just insert this card with the holes, click, without pulling it out, and it opens the door. Welcome to our adventure trip. Please make sure to bring appropriate clothing for various weather conditions, including a warm jacket and extra layers. It is also important to pack a blanket in case we encounter cold temperatures during the night. Additionally, bring plenty of shelves to organize your belongings, a secure safe to store valuables, and life jackets for safety during water activities. Remember to prepare thoroughly to ensure a comfortable and safe experience throughout the journey. We look forward to having you with us and hope you enjoy the adventure. In Narnia, there is even a mirror right on the floor, and through Narnia we fly into the shower cabin. Here we have a toilet paper, a lot of beautiful snow-white towels, a small sink, and a very tiny mirror that magnifies everything. There is also a large mirror with backlighting, and the shower cabin itself has a tropical northern shower, along with a regular shower. Well, accordingly, there is gel and shampoo. Are we going to live here? 10 days among the ice, dear me, in the Arctic indeed. This cabin is called Deluxe. Absolutely amazing, incredibly luxurious, spacious, perfectly suited for me. I am absolutely thrilled. And are we heading to Antarctica from here? This is a fairy tale. This is a dream. A double bed. 2 pillows for each person. A nightstand for each person. A lamp for each person. But only one person will have access to the phone. And the boss will sleep here. Where would we be without a workspace in such a luxurious cabin? Right here to the left of the bed, there it is, the workspace, a comfortable chair, information for passengers about our ship. Here is how to connect to Wi-Fi. And here is how to use medical assistance. As a gift, we have these 2 little bottles, but they are thermoses, mini thermoses as souvenirs, and we will definitely use them here. I left the overview of this cozy corner for Lizonchik. Lizonchik, come on, tell us a bit. What's here?
First of all, we have a sofa in the cabin.
From painting background?
Yes. And here are already prepared books like these. A book about different geographical places in Antarctica. And the coolest part is that we can mark the animals we see during the journey. You can take the book with you as a souvenir after the cruise. Very cool. What else is here? There is this beautiful pen lying here. Look how stylish it is. It's just super awesome. And the map of Antarctica. What an enormous battery. Indeed. And it is truly called Antarctica. And Antarctica, if you didn't know, refers to all the surrounding territories to Antarctica plus Antarctica itself. We also have cards with our names on the table. They also include the name of our ship and the cruise dates. And it always says Master Station on the card. Ours is Master Station B. This means that in case of an emergency, you can look at the card and run to that location. And these cards replace our passports during the cruise because our passports were taken away. There are also very cool magnetic names. Our Elizabeth and Vitaly call us that. It's to make it easier for us to get acquainted.
Very convenient. You just approach, say your name, and there's no need to remember it. This is a perfect idea. They should do this on all cruises. They are magnetic. There's no need to remember names. It's really cool. It's just for you, for little fish. I'm Dory the fish. You can wear it in different ways. You can wear it right on the hat, or you can wear it right here, on the right breast. And then, my area. This is a magical cabinet. A television is installed here, along with a special radio transmission system for communication with the guide. That is, when we land in Antarctica, we will definitely have the guide's voice here, and if the guide speaks in English, there will be a translation into Russian. Along with this set, there are earphones in a little bag. We open the lower door, and right here we have... I just absolutely love Ale. On the right over here, another safe, various goodies, and this one, oops. The box opens and inside there is white and red wine. Absolutely wonderful indeed.
We have a deluxe cabin. Naturally, there is a balcony. We open it and step outside. We haven't moved anywhere yet, but it's already so beautiful. Today the weather is simply wonderful indeed. It's 5 degrees outside, not cold, not hot. You can simply and calmly breathe deeply. And it is from this little and cozy balcony that we will observe the majestic icebergs, penguins, and whales. Antarctica awaits.
To reach Antarctica, one must traverse the extremely treacherous and perilous sea route on the planet, the Drake Passage, over approximately 800 kilometers. Here, the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans collide, the strongest winds blow, and the waves reach up to 15 meters. It is not surprising that it is in this place that the deepest and widest waters on Earth are found. In the 17th century, sailors perished here by the hundreds, and ships sank to the bottom. And for those who survived, they poured free whiskey and allowed them to wear a wuka earring.
But we did not deserve either of those, because firstly, the waves are not that big. For just a moment, we were very, very lucky. And secondly, we still have 2 days of travel through the Drake Passage.
But still, we are absolutely undoubtedly ready for the giant storm, for the incredibly massive waves. And here, everywhere, there are these little bags placed along the railings just in case something goes wrong right here at this very spot. You take one of these bags like this and right here on the stairs, but I hope that doesn't happen. But there was a shock from what was seen on the way to the first iceberg. This is a tabular iceberg, not just an icy giant, it is a natural diamond in the oceanic kingdom. Just imagine, a huge ice island has broken off in Antarctica and is drifting like a separate continent in the ocean to the joy of the birds. We traveled for 2 days to see this place with our own eyes. Welcome to Antarctica. In Antarctica, I am among the ice. There, the little penguins are already wandering. Yes, there is no limit to happiness. The emotions are indescribable. You experience it all in just 2 seconds while we took 2 days to get here. Check out our polar bows. By the way, yes, if you take such a trip, you receive a luxurious red jacket as a gift.
Yes, be warm.
Next come the rubber boots. And it's also very warm down there too. Fur.
This is also given out, but not as a gift. It will need to be returned.
And the jacket stays with us. Additionally, we bought ourselves hats and these waterproof pants. It's better not to venture here without them, because you'll end up all wet.
And we also bought ourselves waterproof gloves. But I need them because there is also this fleece here, which provides protection as well.
Here they are with me.
We also bought lightweight waterproof gloves. We took them. You can take any.
These patches, originally not on the jacket, were added here. We hung one here, and here's the second one. I took it off specifically to show you. A jacket is given, and each team member is given 3 patches like these. Antarctica, Antarctica. I can hardly believe we are here, guys. It's hard to believe as it's Asia, warmth, palm trees, and when you are here, it feels like being in a dream and you don't realize that you are at the edge of the earth, at the edge of the world. The landing on shore happens with these kinds of boats. The boat is called a Zodiac, and each boat has its own name. Let's proceed to the loading. This is a very important procedure before getting on the boat. This is how we get in. Oops, and the shoes are cleaned and disinfected to ensure that nothing contagious is brought ashore to the penguins. The first island on our way is called Karkot Island, and as you can see, everything is taken care of here. You can even take such sticks, and right here, immediately where we landed, we are already observing the characters for whom we came here. These are the little penguins, the adorable creatures we were looking for. I bumped into it carelessly. Look at them. Their little paws are moving. Do you see how slowly? Chick, 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 chick. It's impossible to convey the emotions. have just 2.5 hours under our feet here. Such soft, crunchy snow.
The temperature is great, -1 degree. If anyone thinks that it is very cold in Antarctica, then they should travel on such tours from November to March. It will be comfortable here with great weather. But in winter, of course, it's -80, guys.
And as you understood, there are many people who want to get to Antarctica. And these people, they are getting what they want. Look at how many people are here. Over there, everyone is in red jackets. And right here along the path, the dozens of penguins we just saw right there at the landing site are nothing compared to what will be over there. There is a whole colony that we are heading to. All the major shots of penguins that you will see in this edition, guys, were taken with this kind of camera. Without it, there is absolutely nothing to do here in Antarctica. Otherwise, you'll be looking at the little penguin from about this distance. Because how many meters is it to the penguin?
At least 5, but ideally 10, 15. You need to stand away from the penguin and not disturb their movement. There are many rules that are explained on the ship.
Wow! There are just absolutely hundreds of them here. Hundreds of penguins. We zoom in and you can really enjoy them up close. The subantarctic or Papua penguin. It is the largest penguin after the emperor and king penguins. They have a bright white belly that distinctly contrasts with the black upper body and head. The eyes are beautifully highlighted with white patches, and when the penguin tilts its head, it looks as if it is wearing a superhero mask. The beak is orange-red with a black tip, creating a cheerful and distinctive appearance for this species of penguins. They live in groups, and there can be many such groups on one island. These penguins show loyalty to their partners and care for their offspring. They build nests from stones and insulate them with feathers. Some penguins are quite active, while others simply lie on the snow. They amusingly climb up and move very easily with their flippers. And to come down, they lie down and easily slide on their bellies. Just look at this Antarctic 5. The polar beetles, no less.
As for the drone, guys, you need permission for it. And to obtain that, a huge amount of paperwork is required. A big thank you to the people who helped us get this permission.
We are now climbing up there to the very top of the opposite mountain, and there we will launch the drone.
And by the way, do you know how the drone is launched? At each point there are guides who are with us on the ship. Each of them has a radio. And on the radio, they will send information to the ship. Someone will fly. They turn off all the radars to avoid interference. Only then do I take off. It's that complicated. I am extremely afraid of absolutely visiting other countries from now on, because we guys are definitely in Antarctica. And how can one continue to be surprised? How can one go further? It's mind-blowing. It's something incredible. These paths are made, so we only walk on the paths. We cannot go out onto the loose snow. There is a penguin zone. Over there is the penguin zone. We are all moving, carefully making our way up, but it's a whirlwind of emotions. Even on camera, it's never possible to fully convey it. You need to look at all this beauty in 360 degrees. Wow. There are absolutely no penguins on the opposite side anymore. But we are observing an incredible and truly endless number of pristine white icebergs. Truly majestic.
Just amazing.
This is only the first day of the landing.
Wow, friends. It feels like I'm really at the edge of the world, you know, somewhere.
That's right.
Very, very far.
An important observation for you, I think, will be useful and interesting. Look, we are completely alone as we go. There is no situation where you have a guide, your group, and you are following each other in a line. Here, there is complete freedom. You walk alone. The only restriction is, you see, you cannot spoil. Antarctica. This is the most untouched continent in the world. By the way, how do you like our hats? We bought them right at the start in the city of Ushuaia, and they are amazing, handmade, and there are no others like ours in the world. So this is how it all happens. Bella is standing here. She works on our vessel. She has a radio. She just transmitted the information there, and we received permission so we can take off. From From the air, Antarctica appears as a truly incredible symphony of white and blue. The snow-white peaks of the majestic mountains, like sculptural works of art covered in sparkling snow, create an impression of eternal, untouched, and pristine beauty. And under every piece of ice and iceberg, a turquoise continuation is visible, and it is mesmerizing. Our ship among these truly magnificent masses looks like a toy, and the mountains rise so incredibly spectacularly into the clouds that it seems there exists a separate world without edge or end. Here, among the eternal snowy peaks and glacial monoliths, time flows slowly, like memories of past eras and majestic moments. The beautiful and vibrant little bird has indeed made its way back to us. The shots turned out great. Right now, you have a very important rule in action on your screens. If a penguin crosses the road, you should stop and let it cross to avoid causing it stress. You see, we all stopped, and this little penguin is now going to cross the road. But that person over there is somehow coming towards us and is frightening. I hope... Okay, come on. That's it. The rule has been followed. And how cute. He stomps his little paws in the snow. And completely alone, he goes to enjoy the vast number of glaciers on the horizon. In terms of organization, by the way, everything is great. You don't think about anything at all. You get dropped off, look at the penguins, take a walk, get back in, and rush off to lunch.
But before lunch, it's really cool to take a ride on a Zodiac right next to the icebergs. With a nice breeze. There are so many of them. They all have different shapes, and you can endlessly look at them and take pictures.
We walk past them literally probably about 10 meters or so. Look at how unimaginable they are.
Did you touch the water? It's icy, look.
It's transparent, right? By the way, we'll be swimming in it soon. Right now, when I was flying the drone, those icebergs don't seem as gigantic from above, do they? And when you get closer to them, they are just gigantic blocks of ice. The water is so cool, turquoise.
This is indeed all an iceberg.
This is all an iceberg, you understand? I mean, look, the light part is actually like this, and all of this below is the iceberg. That is, the iceberg above is only 10% of its mass, and 90% is turquoise. What you see below continues the iceberg. You are observing its scale. It goes infinitely to the bottom. On the way back, when we return to the ship, the same procedure is definitely mandatory. This is how we wash our feet. Both washed and clean, but very hungry after the landing, we head to lunch. The food on our vessel is a culinary celebration every day. Appetizers, fresh salads, hot dishes, and desserts. Breakfasts and lunches are served buffet style, while dinner dishes are ordered from a menu and served separately. The food is never the same, and indeed each meal becomes a gastronomic adventure to different countries. Spain, China, Argentina, Japan, Mexico, and Italy. And all of this in Antarctica. After a scrumptious and delicious lunch, you step out onto your balcony and enjoy the shores, the snow-capped mountains, and you are absolutely and completely thrilled by this journey. It's just, you know, a sense of true tranquility. Honestly, if I weren't filming this episode, I wouldn't be talking at all.
During the second landing, we were lucky to see a female southern elephant seal, or a leopard seal. But the main attraction on this island, and let's not be shy, in all of Antarctica were once again these Meloshis, subantarctic penguins. You have already learned a lot about them from our episode. By the way, they can swim, are the fastest swimmers among penguins, and can come ashore with amazing ease. But their clumsy movements on land simply cannot definitely leave anyone indifferent. But no matter how many there are, no matter how many shores we land on, they never cease to delight and never become tiresome. You can watch the lives of these little cuties endlessly. It is true relaxation and a rest for the soul. You really forget all the bad as soon as you see those bright beaks and little feet. Wow, we captured so many absolutely incredible, amazing shots.
These are not just shots, these are very close-up shots of a penguin. Guys, if you like. Do you see how smooth the picture is? To capture something like this, you need a lot of experience. In reality, the zoom is powerful, everything is shaking, but my hands are like two rocks. They are unyielding and they don't even tremble. I am capturing all this beautifully for you. If you like this, don't forget to like and leave a comment in support of this channel right now. Because where are we? We are in Antarctica. We are in Antarctica. It's very powerful. Close-up shots are, of course, powerful, epic, and breathtakingly captivating. But to give you an idea, here's a wide-angle view and how the little paths are formed, winding through the landscape like intricate veins. We stroll around leisurely, taking in and enjoying the stunning views. There's pristine snow everywhere, majestic mountains everywhere, and vast desert everywhere, and it feels like a magical fairy tale. You can endlessly sail on zodiacs, each time encountering some unimaginable and awe-inspiring sights that leave you breathless. This incredible and unforgettable adventure through serene landscapes is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Look over there, a little penguin is standing and watching us all alone, lonely. There isn't another one, is there? Watches carefully with his eyes, right among the ice floes. Look closely, this is Antarctica. I still can't believe that we are simply here. We are just floating among the icebergs.
You have a bot in the Sally right now.
Yes, here it is, in front of us. This is the cruise during which it is impossible to stay in the cabin because of the fantastic landscapes all around. An impressive conclusion to the day was our passage through the narrow part of the Le Maire Channel. This is truly a unique place, as if the icy gates are slowly opening their embrace before us. Everyone went out onto the upper deck of the ship to enjoy the beautiful views of the majestic and breathtaking mountains covered in fresh snow and the cascades of glaciers on either side. Snow accumulates on the surface for months, and there is so much of it that, if it were to be melted, it would be enough to provide water for a small African country. And how beautifully the white snow creates a contrast with the black rocks, adding a mysterious atmosphere and an illusion of eternal tranquility to this place. But there is no time to relax. We have the next landing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to invite the passengers of Group B to disembark. Group B, please approach the reception. And this is us, Group B. We quickly put on all the warmest, most powerful and vibrant gear, ready for another landing. The queue for the Zodiac boat. Before this, we disembarked. These were all islands. And now, the first landing on the continent of Antarctica. So before this, we were in Antarctica, which includes both Antarctica and the nearby islands.
Antarctica is a mysterious and majestic continent, indeed covered in snow and ice, which seems frozen in eternal silence. Few people know Antarctica has its own flag, its own currency, and around 4,000 people live at the polar stations during the summer. The area of Antarctica is 14 million square kilometers, comparable to the size of the United States and Canada combined. And in this entire vast territory, you will not find a single polar bear. It is a common myth that they inhabit this area. Bears live in the north, in the Arctic. A hint in the form of the logo of the Polar Explorers Association will always help to figure out who is where. There are many fascinating and amazing, interesting facts to tell about Antarctica, but let's see for ourselves what this incredible icy continent is like.
Sweetie, aren't you freezing at all? Please tell us.
It's 0 degrees outside, and if you dress well and warmly, it's not cold at all. In fact, it's very comfortable. You walk around like a penguin.
It seems that at every landing there are glaciers everywhere, icebergs everywhere, ice, mountains. But each place is beautiful in its own way, right?
Yes, and everything is very different.
I really want to definitely land and walk on this snow with my own feet and climb up that mountain over there. Oops. Accident. Collision with an ice floe. But our boat is very powerful, and no ice floe can harm it. In this part of the landing, there is a station. It is called Brown Station. And as you can clearly see, right here on this small poster in front of us, it clearly says, the Antarctic continent. So we are indeed already on the continent of Antarctica. Everything is already prepared here as well. You can take a stick or two because the snow, let's say, is deep. And off you go. It's time to say that there are no clear routes in Antarctica, just as there are no definite promises of specific landings. For example, this station starts operating in January, and landings will be prohibited. And now the guys are on vacation, so we have the opportunity to visit this part of the land. The station itself conducts research in the fields of geology, geophysics, meteorology, and other Antarctic sciences. It is named after the Argentine Admiral Guillermo Brown. Our task is to reach over there to the top of the mountain through this deep, loose snow and to see the steep panoramic view covered in snow. Everything is equipped here. There are special walkways, but it still needs to be cleaned. Because there is a lot of snow. Look, half of the house is hidden under a layer of snow. The lower part. Note that this is specifically the Argentine station. The flag of Argentina.
There is much more snow here, and it is white. So white. It even has a bluish tint, if said.
Oh, Instagram said you can't step off the trail because it's very deep. If you step here where the snow is velvety, you can easily sink up to your waist. You need to stay on the path.
Let's try it on you.
Yes. This is certainly not the ascent of Mount Batur, which is located in Bali. You walk around in shorts, a t-shirt, and a cap. It's definitely something else. Completely different emotions. I am amazed at how turquoise the snow looks over there. Why does this happen? Do you see it at all? Or am I hallucinating? Here the surface is so white, and when a foot sinks down, it creates a bright turquoise color. It looks beautiful. Come on. Come on. Pull yourself together. It's easy to climb, right?
It's normal to go up and down, just sit on your butt and leave.
Well, yes. It would be great if they handed out sleds at the top of the mountain and you could jump straight onto the ship. At the very top, you can encounter the rarest species of penguins. These are the red penguins. There they are. Everyone here is standing in line to take a photo with that sign over there, which says that this is the 7th continent. Even everyone in line has posed for the picture.
Here it is, the sign. Guys, the 7th continent, Antarctica. And why the 7th? Tell us. Many people write in the comments on Telegram that we only have 6 continents.
Yes, because in America and in Europe there are 7 continents, while in Russia there are 6 because Europe and Asia are seen as one. In America they are referred to as Eurasia. And therefore... And where are we? We are very far away, so there are 7 continents here. I don't know anything, guys. The 7th continent is Antarctica.
And now our task is to go down there and look at the absolutely cute penguins once again, because you can watch them endlessly and indeed observe their very fascinating behavior.
For some reason, it is indeed on this island that the penguins are nestled around a brown house. Apparently, they want to be closer to the water in order to more closely and carefully observe those who land on their territory and their surroundings.
You are looking at the Penguin Highway on your screens, and the penguins must not be disturbed while passing through this highway. That's why everyone is standing like this, because we are outsiders here. This is the land of the penguins, and everyone is waiting for one little penguin to cross the road. As you can see, this highway has two-way traffic, and the penguins elegantly disperse. It's time to follow the example of our cruise friends and take a ride on the Zodiac in search of interesting angles. It's also fun to observe the penguins from the boat. We can see a penguin resort right now. They have such a pebbly beach. They come to the shore, jump in, swim, and enjoy the water. It's very warm for them.
This is snowy Abkhazia.
Exactly, snowy Abkhazia, a small iceberg. Its main part is underwater, and on top you see grooves like this. Why do they form in a Lyson pattern?
The snow has a lot of bubbles, and this part was previously underwater. When this part is underwater, the bubbles seep up like this, leaving such grooves. Naturally, this iceberg is already over a year old. But then it flipped over.
After such a winter walk, it's just right to put on these white robes. And here on one of the decks, there is an absolutely incredible hot, bubbling jacuzzi. Look at the absolutely beautifully stunning beauty. You dive in there and around you is Antarctica. Antarctica, Antarctica. Am I diving in? Of course. Aren't you cold, sweetheart?
Right.
It hurts people to look at you currently.
Look, is everything here equipped with heating or something?
Well then, here it is.
It's really cold here, come on.
You leave the slippers right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not even warming up. Do you hear that? Antarctica. And you're in a jacuzzi, surrounded by mountains.
The main thing is to catch the moment when there is no one here.
Yes, because wanting to sit in this jacuzzi is a whole fate. I've already had my fill of bathing, but I can't even get the little guy out of there. Look, it's taken up all the jacuzzis. To be precise, it's not a little guy, it's a penguin. You see, it's a penguin. I can hardly believe that we were just sitting in the jacuzzi. Because here, when the ship is moving, the cold is so fierce that the tips of my fingers freeze. So it is very important to wear little gloves. But what views? What views? Such beauty. Such a fairy tale. Wow. Even trying to imagine and recall something similar, there has been nothing like this in our lives at all. This is indeed an exclusive, unique journey that every person should experience in their lifetime, guys. Absolutely, absolutely. It's a storm of emotions. You won't see anything like this anywhere else, although maybe something similar will be in the Arctic. We should also go there. In general, you can even stay in your cabin, just step out onto the balcony sometimes and enjoy this panoramic beauty, which is truly breathtaking. But it feels so far away, and you can't touch it or fully immerse yourself in this beauty. Therefore, we make landings at least twice a day. And now we are awaiting another landing. There are many mysterious, fascinating, and intriguing legends and rumors that somewhere out there, just beyond Antarctica, lies... Whoa, the water has arrived. Other lands are being revealed. Perhaps we will find them soon. That case when one place is absolutely even cooler than another. I can't even find the words to describe this whole picture to you. Absolutely and utterly amazing. In short, we landed. Here are our many little ones, all in red jackets. We are picking up the equipment, poles, and heading up. there are people among our viewers who still think that a cruise is for retirees, guys, this is not for retirees. A cruise is simply just a way to get to a specific destination. In this particular case, we reached Antarctica. And on your screens is my absolutely amazing and incredible expedition, Pupson, which makes breakthroughs every day. We guys probably just need to reach the moon soon on a spaceship. One could say that we are already at the top of the mountain. An incredibly powerful wind is blowing. There are some divine landscapes around. By the way, our vessel is visible over there. That's where we arrived by boat. We turn right, and now it turns out we will walk along the ridge to the place where another colony of penguins resides. I can't get enough of these absolutely towering mountains, all covered in incredible snow. You know, there are so many different things circulating on the internet. I feel like there is another land over there. But to get there, you really have to make an effort. What if there is another world there? Can you imagine? What if the Earth is not round, as they say, and there are indeed other islands, other countries, other cities, other people? Who knows?
I definitely suggest discussing this theory in the comments. Write what you really think about it. It will be very interesting to read.
So, this is the view. It was definitely worth coming here. It feels like some edge of the world. And in the background, there is an endless number of icebergs.
It is all white and absolutely beautiful.
No limits to emotions. We all wonder when we'll get tired of it. These ice floes, all the penguins, we are not tired yet.
And here at the very top resides the very colony of penguins with the most picturesque snow-white view, icebergs and mountains. It's very, very beautiful. Absolutely.
Usually after any trek, when you are returning back, it's the same road and it becomes uninteresting. You just look down at the ground. But here, as you return to the ship, you want to absorb everything endlessly, greedily, to share it all with you and to fix all this crazy beauty in your mind and remember it for a long time. The zodiac is filling up and we are really, truly, deeply, incredibly heading home. Everything we just showed you from above, where the penguins were, is right over there. And they, as you can see, come down here to swim, catch fish, have a meal, and then go back up to their colony to rest. Each time we return, we scan our card. This way, they know that we have returned to the ship. They also constantly provide warm towels to wipe our hands and face. And here is such a wonderful hot drink after the cold. Just perfect. It turns out to be apple with cinnamon. We have movies shown here every day. There's no need for any television or cinemas. They handed out popcorn, and you just stand there watching and enjoying all of this. And to give you an idea, it's currently 10 p.m. Here, it's the polar day. The sun doesn't disappear. It never gets dark. It's like this. All the time. Just recently there was dawn and sunset, but it's unclear because of the endless polar day. We don't even understand what is happening, and you don't understand either. That is, you constantly have light on the screen because night does not begin here, and morning does not begin. Just an endless day. We are back in our jackets and we have another landing. By the way, last night while we were sleeping in the Toyota, many of the guys were sleeping on the neighboring islands. They went there by boats with special equipment, digging right under the snow, meaning they would excavate a pit for themselves and sleep in sleeping bags there. There is such a service, an option, but it comes at an additional cost. Well, as you understood, we didn't take advantage of it. We decided to sleep in the warm cabin. This is starting. Feel like Groundhog Day, guys? This is how it is for us every day. But to be honest, I really like this Groundhog Day. Sunny little penguin, do you like Groundhog Day? Yes. As you can see, we are all in red jackets while the staff has a different uniform. They have a radio, a life jacket, and they look well prepared with their glasses. You won't get lost with them. Maximum speed, right? Our little boat is left behind. And we are racing toward the next landing. We are almost there. We are waiting for the guys from the other Zodiac to disembark. And look, those are very tiny, with a lot of spots. There is a huge colony of penguins here. I think it's bigger than where we were before. Right, you shouldn't just sit down like that from the Zodiac. Hop, hop, hop. That's it. Let it go. We are on the shore. There is always a base prepared where things are stored. The teams therefore all go there to watch the penguins. You can take sticks. I see. Elizabeth has decided to take the ice in her hands. Finally. Right. Let's break it. Let's break it. Come on. Throw a stone. Come on. Come on, a forbidden operation. A vivid example of how glaciers collapse. In general. Here, though there are no waves, there was water. See how everything is being eroded, and then it all collapses, resulting in icebergs that drift on the water. It's time to tell you about icebergs. An iceberg is a massive formation of ice that has broken off from glaciers and is floating in the water. Approximately 90% of an iceberg's mass is underwater. Only a small part of it just protrudes above the surface, creating intriguing shapes that we see. Icebergs can be small, several meters high, or they can be enormous, reaching heights of hundreds of meters in size. The largest known iceberg was approximately 200 times bigger than the Statue of Liberty. If you hear a crack, look around you. You are incredibly fortunate to witness the massive and awe-inspiring collapse of a glacier. A faint crack grows into a roar as a massive chunk of ice breaks off from the glacier. This is how icebergs are born. Icebergs, like penguins, never get boring. So it's the perfect time to see a new colony. And once again, a new place, but such a truly different and diverse landscape. Such a peak, snow-covered. Here are the mountains. And look, over there you can also see it. All those black dots. That's it. That's a huge colony of penguins coming. We haven't even walked 100 meters. Everyone lined up with all their huge lenses and cameras. This indicates that this place is really incredible. Amazing. Usually everyone disembarks and walks far away before reaching the penguins. But here, they are right in front of you. Just like on the palm of your hand. Turn on the zoom and enjoy these cuties. Now we will answer the most popular questions about penguins.
What is the most popular mode of transport among penguins?
The little train of penguins? They love to line up in long icy trains and embark on journeys across the endless polar expanses.
What is the favorite music genre of penguins?
Cold rock. They are true fans of ice and cool frosty rhythms.
Where do penguins perhaps keep their money?
In the Bank of Antarctica. They invest their lollipops for the future there, safely and securely.
Why are penguins such good real estate agents?
They know how to turn even the coldest frozen ground into a cozy ice house.
What is exactly the favorite movie of the penguins, perhaps?
Glacial Crime. It investigates who exactly stole the last ice pop from the freezer. A mysterious act.
You may ask, what do we perhaps consume?
Exclusively fresh and pristine air of Antarctica.
Another situation where a penguin crosses the road. Look, no one is bothering it. Everyone is standing in different countries and they cannot be obstructed. They should feel like the masters of Antarctica here. If you are having problems in your relationship and your wife wants to leave you, do as this penguin does, and then your relationship will take on a bit new colors.
And it's not a massage, as many might have thought.
This is a true penguin kingdom. Guys, I climbed up better with the slider to help you understand the atmosphere in 360. It needs to be filmed just like this. Look, over there they are sitting up high, a lot of them. There's one cutely coming down. Over there, everything below is filled with penguins in 360 degrees. Mountains, icebergs. Let's turn more to the right. The penguins are all walking. And over there in the distance are some little beauties. You can even go further to that mountain. There were a lot of questions in our Telegram channel. The guys were asking, how do penguins get up if they fall? Well, right now you have a close-up on your screens. Here he is lying down eating something. Then he gets up and calmly goes back to his business. Yeah, dude, just say it easy. You're walking, enjoying it, right? In Antarctica. What didn't you eat?
For the first time in the whole landing, we didn't manage to ascend.
Probably.
We had time for 2.5 hours.
Too many penguins filmed. Everyone's heading back. And here are the guys who, in different clothing, are watching so no one falls anywhere. Well, overall, it remained there. I captured the panorama, guys. It's really cool. I think that hardly anything would have changed. The view would be the same. It's mind-blowing. You can't call it anything else. I am absolutely thrilled. The wind is blowing all around me. You feel like such a happy person when you experience this. I can't get enough of this view. These glaciers have completely taken my breath away. I would marry on one of these glaciers. Oh, my wife is filming. Which glacier? Let's move on. But they are just so beautiful. I fell in love with them. Look at how absolutely incredibly cute and adorable it is. Right at the end, just before boarding the Zodiac, one penguin is wooing a penguin female. Well, for these matters, we have our own tricks and games, you know what I mean, right? You see, she breaks down like that and goes off to the side. She's like, not today, not on this day. The loading onto the Zodiac begins with 3 little penguins diving cutely into the water. And in the meantime, our empty Zodiac is approaching. We take our seats. It has become very cold with wind and waves. As you can see, there are many people wanting to get on. Liza, take your positions in the Zodiac. Hurry up, diving in. Welcome aboard our inflatable vessel. And as we mentioned, the weather is changing. This affects the schedule. We were supposed to be cruising along the icebergs right now, but that has been cancelled, right? But overall, I've already had quite a ride. Honestly, it's a very pleasant Groundhog Day. In general, we usually walk, but today we decided to use the elevator. So keep in mind, everything is fine here. You choose the deck you need. We live on the 5th, my favorite place on the ship. There is an amazing buffet here. That is, during breakfast and lunch, you can walk around and choose everything you want. Everything that is available. Both sweets and spaghetti are being prepared. Here, you can also choose different kinds of meat and fish. For dinner, you are served as if you were in a restaurant. I really like that every day there are diverse dishes, very few things are repeated, and there is always something new. And while we are having lunch now, our vessel is moving further away from the next landing.
Who did you see there?
There are just a gigantic number of humpback whales there. They simply leap out, waving their tails with their huge eyes. The spectacle is incredible.
And our little photographer Pete is currently capturing everything on the sidewalk. I'm almost crying. The shots were just amazing.
Naturally, we couldn't miss such an opportunity. Everyone jumped into the Zodiac, and somewhere around here, right in front of us, a whale will surface. Everything looks amazing from this side. Many Zodiacs, we are all in red jackets. And just like that, right in front of us, how many meters is it? Probably, well, 100, maybe 80 whales. Lizon, how are you doing over there? Did you shed a tear from what you saw?
Yes, it's beautiful. Huge whales, and they are making loud sounds. The first time I am seeing such enormous whales.
It's hard to find the words for what we just saw. Some kind of magic. And look, it's also started to snow here. Fluffy snow. We just need a Christmas tree now. And we can already start celebrating. Oh guys, look here. Who has binoculars? 1 pair of binoculars. 2 pairs of binoculars. There's a big lens. Someone is sitting with a GoPro. Someone with a Sony.
There will be a tail. We have the most beautiful iceberg on the left. A ship is coming out from behind it. But no one is interested in why the iceberg is here when there are whales. We have never seen such a picture. An iceberg, and on it, a lonely little penguin is rolling around. Before you is a ship from 1915. There used to be a very developed industry for harvesting blubber from whales. They would then turn it into oil. In general, these guys made a lot of money over the summer, collecting a lot of blubber. But unfortunately, a fire occurred here. And this ship has remained here ever since, because there's absolutely no justification to eliminate whales. They definitely got what they deserve. What are people doing? We pulled a huge diamond out of the water. Look at it. Okay, fine. Good. Russian boat. Amazing. How beautiful. My darling. If you think there is nothing to do in Antarctica, here you go. Another entertainment. Catch Luda, take a photo with him. Out of all the trips, this one has been the coldest so far. We were out for 2 hours. We chased, watched whales and ice floes, islands, ships, sunk, burned. Great. Now we already have a delicious evening meal, and everyone is sitting at their tables. There is no more buffet at all. And everyone is given a menu like this. The menu is different every evening. You choose whatever you want, and they bring it to you. Actually, this is already our 6th dinner, and only today did I decide to film it in more detail. There was such a cut for this. Today we start with Russian salad. In our menu today, alcohol is paid for separately. We take a bottle of wine for ourselves, and it generally lasts us for 2 to 3 evenings. It's very convenient. We don't finish it, we leave it, and then when we come back for the next dinner, we just tell them our cabin number, and they bring us our wine. Wow, that's great. We took a plate of cheese with the wine. I'm still slicing the bread, spreading butter on it, and adding salt and pepper on top. It's just perfect with the soup. Next, we fix everything with the soup. Oh, and we enjoy it with such soft bread. Next, I chose the wonderful tender sea bass, presented like this. Lisa has salmon with cheese sauce. The dessert is a lava cake. This is a little cupcake, I understand, with chocolate and ice cream. And Lisa has a magnificent pavlova dessert. Break it apart.
This is a meringue, and inside there should be meat.
Antarctica has a rich history related to whaling, and indeed the main role in this activity was played by Deception Island. His most astonishing feature is the caldera filled with water, creating a natural harbor that we are entering right now. Whale hunting was carried out for the purpose of obtaining whale oil and other products. Sometimes 50,000 individuals were destroyed in a single season. The remnants of whaling stations are visible on the shore. The island provided a relatively convenient base for processing whales and temporarily housing workers. This place was chosen for a reason. There are no waves or winds here, as it is the caldera of a volcano. Over time, whaling on Disappointment Island became ineffective due to the decline in whale populations and changes in the global economy, as well as a major volcanic eruption in 1967. Now, it is simply a tourist destination. Oops, oh no, my legs are definitely getting into the water. And welcome to Deception Island, guys. This is Polkan Island, and it's not just sand under us instead of snow, because, well, considering there's a volcano below, it's probably warmer, right? There's hot water here. Let's go. Swimming, shall we? He. But the water is not hot. At least because of the volcano, it prevents snow from appearing here. These views remind me of the shores of Iceland. There too is black volcanic sand, and everything is surrounded by mountains and snow. And from this angle, it is perfectly clear that we are on the shore, which is located in the crater of the volcano. Everything around here is the caldera of the volcano, our ship. Amazing.
A ship in a volcano. Where else have you seen this?
Ah, this is the only place where you can enter a volcano crater by ship.
We have already seen whales and penguins in the distance. And here on the shore, there are many seals moving beautifully across the fluffy snow. Now I have a clearer and more detailed picture of what seal resting is like. Guys, this is how you move around. Imagine you are in Turkey. You've overindulged at the buffet, and you crawl about 10 meters like this, and then you fall onto a lounge chair to relax. In our lives, we have never had so many ascents in a row over 4 days, even in warm countries. Here, we go somewhere every day. Look, we filmed some seals, bundled up warmly, and we are making our way through the deep snow, wanting to climb up there to the very top of the mountain to enjoy the crater of this sharp volcano.
I always thought that Antarctica was a flat surface and just ice. It turns out that there are many mountains here. If you didn't know either, give this video a like because we definitely go somewhere. Every day. Literally. Every day we climb a mountain.
And in general, write in the comments what new things you discovered for yourself thanks to this video and our journey. Because I am, to put it mildly, surprised. Because with your own eyes, you see something completely different. It's not just that I've read and heard various stories about it. By the way, the last time this volcano erupted was about 50 years ago. As volcanologists assert, this volcano erupts with a frequency of approximately 50 years. So it is possible that everything here will blow up soon. An amazing change of landscape. First it was sand, then snow again, and bam! Here, already in the middle of the ascent, is volcanic soil. Icy. Yes, of course. It seems that when you come here, you'll warm up. Not at all. I would have never thought that I would be so happy about sand and stones, because they are used to ice, snow, and icebergs. But here there is black sand. What a magnificent and diverse planet we have. To enjoy it, one must travel and create a variety of experiences within themselves. You have surely seen many red flags in this video already. Do you think they are always standing here? No. A huge amount of work is done before the disembarkation of tourists. The team sets out on boats. They make this entire journey to ensure that everything is safe and that no one falls anywhere. They place flags. Only after that, during each disembarkation, we go out and walk along these trails. A colossal amount of work has been done through 5 calderas of the volcano, it turns out. What a view. This is truly magnificent, of course.
I feel like a white skinny man just surveying his domain.
Can you imagine if we had arrived here alone and there was no one else on the ship? Then you would feel safe. People are walking around, our group. But overall, considering that only our guys in red jackets are here and there are no other ships, we can say that this is truly only our spot on this fin. I really don't want to talk here. Have you noticed that I always speak quietly in the episode because I am enjoying myself? I don't want to shout.
On the coast of the caldera, there are small colonies of penguins. However, few marine animals enter the harbor because the numerous volcanic springs heat the water too much and unevenly. But we were incredibly lucky.
Well, that was unexpected. We are heading back, and there are 2 little penguins that came out of the water. What are they doing here? 2 lonely ones that seem to have strayed from the flock.
Notice, this is indeed a completely different type of penguin that we hardly saw at the previous stops. They have a very small stripe on their chin.
How cute. This looks. 2 very little penguins arrived on a wild island to relax at the most expensive resort of their lives. Desolate, where there is no one on the beaches except for them. 2 penguins are enjoying their rest to the fullest. We walked along the beautiful, scenic, and peaceful beach and sailed to the neighboring island. This smiling face indicates that Lisa really liked at least 2 little penguins, right? Indeed, close up. And the coolest thing is that we saw it with our own eyes. It's an indescribable feeling. You sit there, 2 little penguins.
It seems to me that they came here on a date, and they are like, oops, the spot is taken.
And I told the guys that they arrived at the resort together.
No, they came on a date, and he was so close to her, but in the end, nothing happened. There were too many observers.
And right here, a seal is lying on the sand. It's sleeping. And we are disturbing it. It just turns its head. Here come those tourists again. Let me sleep in peace, and then go back to sleep. But we are not seals. We have one important thing left to do in Antarctica. To take a polar plunge. Simple.
Unreal cold. It's just really very cold. Let's go. Wow, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
This is absolutely crazy. It's just incredibly unreal cold there. They really lowered the scores today. Crazy, right? It's unreal how cold it is, just brutal. I actually dove in, and you can't feel your legs. Literally after just 2 seconds. It's intense. So, they serve vodka, it turns out. Vodka, right?
Yes, just vodka. Please, thank you.
Let's go.
No, I will not.
To be continued. All right. Thank you.
Second one.
No, don't. That's enough. Guys, the water is really 0 degrees. I'm just diving in. And I felt 3 more seconds and I would have sunk to the bottom. It was so cold, legs were cramping, and snot was warmer. But it was powerful, amazing experience. Swam in Antarctica. This is how it all happens. A person jumps, and you need to swim back. Wave your hands. I managed to hold on.
I jumped, I went down so quickly. I don't want to get my head wet. It's just 30 seconds, and I would need to dry off for half a day. This way, I can go out and film some more. Are you shaking all over?
The vodka was absolutely fine. And then we had 2 incredibly long and very tiring days in the Drake Passage. Look at how powerful the waves are. Now this is the real Drake Passage. The ship is flying over the crest of the waves. Like a surfer on a surfboard. The wind is howling. And it goes on like this for 2 days. 2 days there and 2 days back.
But it was absolutely worth it. In the end, without a doubt.
This is powerful. Overall, the emotions are very strong.
Adventures in Antarctica are not just about exploring the cold and truly fascinating continent. This is a dive into a truly unique world of ice and mysteries, where each snowflake holds its own story. We visited dense flocks of penguins, felt icy winds, and gazed into the eyes of majestic icebergs. From frozen deserts to majestic and vast mountains, every element of this incredible continent is infused with history and mysteries that continue to inspire explorers and nature lovers. An interesting fact about this video: once among the subantarctic penguins, there was another species, the Adelie penguin. Did you notice it among the others? If so, write in the comments at what minute. We started in the Drake Passage, and we will finish in the Drake Passage. Guys, if you enjoyed this exclusive journey, please give us a like and leave a comment, as it is very important to us.
And if you definitely want to go on a similar journey with the Polar Travel Club, then check the description below this video. There you will find a link and a promo code for discounts on such cruises, not only to Antarctica, but also to the Arctic, Greenland, and other places.
See you later. Hugs to everyone, kisses, and a spin around. We'll see you in the new episodes. Bye bye.